What's up, everybody? Welcome to another GSD. My name is Josh, and I had a thought while I was driving home the other day. Now, I will tell you, I do struggle with road rage. And not because, I don't even know, I don't want to make excuses. People don't focus on driving. They don't focus on their own driving. They're distracted. Most people are morons behind the wheel. But that's not what I was thinking while I was driving home, but I was observing how people were weaving traffic, riding, tailgating, doing all this crazy shit trying to get home. And the thought that I had, and it's the thought that I wanted to share with you, was how many of these people are leaving or driving home from a job they hate to a place of complacency, to a home of dysfunction, disorganization, distraction, and what level of repeat do they play their life on? Because I just wonder how many people are in a hurry to get home for the right reasons. And as I was watching traffic and watching people, and I was trying to contemplate that thought, I reminded myself of how and when that used to be me. When I used to drive away from a job that I hated to a life that was undisciplined and unfulfilled. And until you remove yourself from that, it's very difficult to see. It takes a high level of introspection, a high level of honesty to really look at your life and the things that you're doing and asking yourself, am I living or am I just existing? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I driving to a place of complacency, dysfunction, distraction, disorganization? Why do I hate my job? But I realized as I reflected on my experiences being that person and how it allowed me to treat other people, let alone myself, how it allowed me to treat my relationships. I just got to wondering, how do people end up there? How is that the lather, rinse, repeat of their life? Now, I'm not an advocate for everyone starting a business. As a matter of fact, I think there's too many opportunities in life to where you don't have to start a business. So I don't want you to think that I'm taking you down this path of, well, if you hate your job, you should just start your own business. I think that's the worst reason to start a business. But I think it's important to really understand and evaluate what you do. And are you one of these people that fight traffic every day, leaving your home, again, I'm going to say it again, of complacency, of dysfunction, of disorganization, of distraction, of lacking discipline, of lacking intentionality, of poor relationships, of unhealthy relationships or toxic relationships, of misguided love, are you leaving that every morning and driving to a job that you hate? Or maybe you like the job and hate the boss or the people that you work with. and then investing hours a day doing as little as possible, being distracted as much as possible to watch the clock tick down so you can race home and do that all over again. I wish I had a perfect answer for you or a perfect solution that would allow you to elevate yourself kind of out of body and evaluate what it is that you're doing. But I think the question is, are you one of those people? Are you one of those people that are in this hamster wheel? And if you are, you've got to ask yourself the next question, which is why? Now, I know a lot of these episodes, I try to be energetic and I try to be direct and I try to be, kind of in your face about things. But, as I'm watching traffic and I'm watching this, and I had that thought, and then I realized that I felt so detached from the situation. I felt so detached from the rest of the traffic. And I didn't allow, and I normally don't allow, my impatience or anxiety or whatever to get in the way of just driving. I try not to put myself in a situation of stress when I'm behind the wheel, which is why I'm a horrible passenger. I really don't like being a passenger with other people. I don't like not driving. Yes, it's probably the control freak in me, but I just don't like being a passenger for someone who allows stress and anxiety to control the wheel. But as I, again, realized that I was completely detached, and it just felt like all of this chaos and movement was going on around me, and I was not a part of it. And in that moment, I realized that, I do love my home. Yes, I live alone in an apartment. Yes, I have a long distance relationship that my relationship is amazing. Not because it's long distance, don't be a dick. But I think the strength and courage that it takes to make decisions in your life that will improve you. Again, whether that's your relationship, whether that's your physical health, whether that's your financial fitness or your career, the strength and courage that it takes to do that, separating from the chaos, separating from the rat race, detaching from the herd, I have figured out is an amazing byproduct of doing those things. So if you're listening to this behind the wheel, or the next time you get behind the wheel, try to detach yourself from the chaos. Try not to distract yourself as you muddle towards your destination. Pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to what's going on around you and start to self-evaluate. And I think you'll be impressed at how simple it really is to elevate yourself above the crowd. Thanks for being here. Until next time, get shit done.